Then we have one more interesting topic about quick SQL. What is quick SQL? We will see that now. Yeah. So as the name says, quick SQL. So here using this component, we can able to generate the scripts, tables, and we can insert the data, dummy data into that table very quickly. So even if we don't know the SQL queries or something for creating tables, so there is some kind of things here we can define. For example, if I type table name directly, you can see the tool automatically generating table creation script for provided table name. Then, so here we have some kind of settings for that table generating. So suppose we want to give some prefix for tables we are creating. We can able to give that here prefix. Then suppose if you want to add schema name here, so that it will be linked with it will be created in that schema, particular schema. And this question mark, we can always click on the question mark so that it will give the information about that particular field or component. Yeah, this one, if we enable generate inserts, so it will generate some dummy data into that table insertion script. Then here, as you can see here, I just typed, I will close this one. I just typed the table name and it automatically added the primary key ID. So why? Because in the setting, it is enabled. If I disable this one, so it will not add the primary key automatically. Yeah. Then for that primary key, so here we can define how that primary key will be populated. So here identity column, there is a system generated ID, unique ID. The database automatically generate unique ID for that column when there is any insertion happen. Then there is identity column. Then we can also define the sequence. And if we don't define anything, so we can able to select this one. Then we need to provide the value manually. Yeah. Then for data types like date and timestamp, so we can define schematics. Yeah, for data type, there is two options, either simple date, or we can also define the timestamp, date with time and date with time zone. If we want to capture the date and time based on the different time zones. Then there is also option timestamp with local time zone. This is for the varchar type or string type data type. So we can define whether by default it should be char or byte. And here we can add the audit, whether audit columns like who created, when it is created, who updated, when it is updated. Basically, who columns we can able to it will automatically generate if we have enabled this audit columns. Then row version number. If we want row version number in for particular rows, we can able to generate that from here if we have enabled that thing. Then row key, this also same for any rows we have inserted, it will automatically generate a key. Then in advanced, it also generate PLSQL APIs. For example, assume that we have department table. So we want stored procedures for that table for insertion, deletion, and update. So if we have enabled this thing, automatically quick SQL thing, it will generate the APIs for that table we are creating. API means here it will not create the REST API. So it will create the stored procedure. Then this is straightforward one. So it will include the drops also if we want to drop tables. And here we can choose the compatibility of the database version. Then these are the audit columns. So here we can able to customize the column names, create for who columns. Yeah. So I will create one simple table using quick SQL. And also it will provide the hint. You can see here, it is when I give the command insert 10. So that means I want to insert 10 dummy records into this table. So you can see here, it created the table script and automatically it created insert statement for that table. Yeah. Then yeah, you can see here, it will work based on the hierarchy we provide here. So here I have provided in line 1 events. Then if we are not giving any space, it will consider as we are creating a new table. So here you can see it is already provided the script for another table. Suppose I want to add columns for this table. How we can do that? Just provide one space, then entirely columns required for that table. Yeah, then it will understand. So we are into events table and we have provided a space, and that time it will understand that. So we are adding columns under that table name. Then see, it is smart enough to understand by the name of the column we define. So as I type it is name, automatically it is selected the data type also. Then I want event name, start date. Yeah. So here I have added one more column and I have defined values hint for this column. So my values, it should be from these values. So we can see in the insertion script, it automatically took the value from same hint what I have provided. So randomly it is selected for dummy data insertion. Yeah. Now, so we have events table. So now I want to add one more table, attendees. For example, this Oracle Apex training session, we can assume it as one event. So the event name, when it is started, yesterday it is started, duration around 6 to 8 weeks, location, online Zoom. So like that, and we need to capture attendees for that. So who all is attending for this event? So we need to capture that thing for particular one event. So there will be multiple attendees, right? So in that case, we need another table for storing those things one to many. Yeah. So if we provide table name, if we provide table name in the same sequence, same hierarchy as events table, so it will consider as it is a new table, and it will understand there is no links between this table and this table. Yeah. So for this table also, I want to insert some dummy data. Yeah. So it is automatically created the SQL script for attendees table also, and it created some dummy insertion about 100 records. The columns we have provided name, company, email, and speaker. Then here we also provided one more thing, check constraint. C1, this is if we provide C1, C2 like this, it will consider it as sequence. Then I have provided values for that constraint. So for this column, values to be in Y or N. So it automatically added the check constraint for that column. So here also we have provided values, but it didn't add the check constraint. Why? Because so here we have just given the hint for this quick SQL generator for dummy data insertion script. So here we have not mentioned constraint, that for that purpose it is not added the constraint for that column, duration column. Yeah. So now suppose assume that we want to make a relation between this and this table. Yeah. Then here we need to have event ID also. In that case, we need to just make this table in the same hierarchy. Yeah. So see, it automatically as I added event ID for this column, so it understand that. So this event ID, this is from events table, and it is added a relation between those two. Event ID, it automatically added constraint, foreign key constraint for that, and it is referred to the events table. So like this, using this quick SQL, we can easily generate the scripts and create the database objects easily. And we can able to save this using this menu, and we can review and we can run directly from here. So for this time, I will just save it. I will be sharing these scripts once in the chat box, so you can refer and you can try. So how to find that script, saved script? We need to navigate to the SQL scripts. Yeah, here it will be available. You can able to run directly from here. So this table is already there, so it give error message. So I will just drop the table and rerun the script. From here, we can able to drop the table or we can clear the data from the table. So for clearing, there is a command truncate table. So from here, we can able to clear the data inside the table, and drop table, it will delete the table from the database. I have deleted the table and I will run the scripts once again. Yeah. So here we can see summary of the script we run. So all 117 commands run successfully. Now we can navigate to the object browser and we can see the how it is created. It is created and data also inserted. Yeah. So here we can see the dependencies for this attendees table. So this table, which is depend on the events table. So those things, as I explained previously, we can able to see from here. This is about quick SQL.